Since 1967, Tooth Acres Pet Care Center provided the finest indoor-outdoor boarding environment for your pet. We accept all breeds of dogs, and our newly remodeled cattery features spacious 9 square feet personal accommodations for your feline friends. For more information on pricing and availability, check us out at our website at www.toothacres.com.
Kenny Matthews, Friday Night Glory at Richardson High School tonight as our Newman Smith Trojans came here tonight with the bi-district win, 71-54 over Frisco Centennial. Thibaut, Tagnon. It was a gut check game for you guys a little bit there. Kind of one of those where you didn't get into the flow of things, but your defense came through like it always has.
Yeah, first half we started a little slow. We didn't bring as much energy as they did, but halftime, Coach really got onto us, really sent us a message, and then second half we did our thing.
I thought the emphasis kind of went inside out a little bit with Domani, got some points inside, opened up a couple of lanes. But still, it was kind of one of those where you kind of maybe needed to have kind of one of these games to kind of get going into the playoffs here.
Yeah, I think second half offensively we really got going. Domani was a big part of that. I mean, they didn't really have a true big. And so feeding it to Domani, making sure Domani, we gave him the ball, opened up a lot of things for us guards.
You hit some big threes like you kind of always do. You hit one from Berkner, I said tonight on telecast here a little bit. Can you talk about your range a little bit? And you caught that nice little groove in there, so I know being a shooter, that's huge for you.
Yeah, last couple of games haven't shot the ball well, but tonight shot a little better, helped us win the game.
For you guys, get to the third round, though last year you lost in the second round here at this point in time. Get to the third round and come next week. What do you think you guys need to do to get better? But also, what can you kind of take from a big game like here tonight to carry you over?
Just stick to our routine. I mean, tonight was just another example of how perseverant we are. We just stick together at all times. And it's example, halftime we're only up 2 points. People are getting nervous, but second half we stick together, come out, second half we win the game.
It's kind of fun to be playing this kind of ball, isn't it?
Man, that was such a fun game. I've never seen a crowd so big at a Newman Smith game, and I'm so happy we have the crowd like this.
In an old gym like that, that sound resonates a little bit. Did you have problems maybe hearing a little bit in the communication?
Yeah, it's tough. It really is actually tough calling plays, calling defensive adjustments and stuff, but we got through it.
Kenny Matthews, Friday Night Glory, man, is at Richardson High School. It's the Newman Smith Trojans. A 71-54 victory here tonight, here with Domani, Villaruel, and gut check game for you guys here tonight, wasn't it?
Yes, sir. We played really hard.
For you guys, when you struggle offensively, I know a lot of people get nervous that watch you guys, but your defense is always on point here. Can you talk about getting some easy points off of your defense just because when your offense is not struggling there?
Yeah, when our offense is struggling, we lean on our defense. And when we lean on our defense, we get forced turnovers and score on the other end.
Man, I saw that there was a point to make sure they got the ball inside to you a little bit because you had the height advantage on them. They didn't have a big here tonight. Can you talk about that responsibility of taking that on and being able to put and give you some offensive points there?
Yeah, my team believes in me, so I got to make sure I do it for them and play for my team.
For you, Domani, I know at the end of the game here, got the big dunk here. Had a little emotion afterwards. Was that kind of one of those exuberation, relief dunks, or was it kind of like, hey, you know what, we're here?
Yeah, it raised us up more. We turned up. We turned up tonight.
When you guys are out here and you play in a big atmosphere like this, can you talk a little bit about the Newman Smith showing up here tonight? The crowd was here big on both sides, and playing in a gym like this where the sound is there, man.
Man, it was amazing. I've never felt this way before.
You're good.
But yeah, it was amazing. Like we didn't have this last year, and now that we're winning and getting all this, we get more crowds and everything. So it's fun.
For you and I know that there's always work that needs to be done. What do you guys need to do to get better for next Tuesday?
Prepare our offense way better. We got to play better offense, and our defense can get a little better, but I think we're good on that too, though.
Well, doesn't it say something here that Jaron didn't have the big game here offensively for you tonight, and you're still able to win by 17 points here tonight? That talks about it. It's a balanced team here, which a lot of people don't seem to think that that's what it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. When our best player not playing his best game, we step up and play for him. That's what brothers do.
Well, man, last question to me here. It's a little fun tonight?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Good deal, man. My boy Domani, Villaruel Johnson. Wasn't what a tailor-made offensive game that you had, but I thought you guys reached in deep and they still kept that defensive effort, which obviously won the ball game for you tonight.
Well, you know, my hat goes off to Frisco Centennial. You're talking about a scrappy bunch of kids, man. Coach does a good job over there. Yeah, we just couldn't get it going in the first half. You know, the second half, we kind of found our rhythm. The big boy, Domani, he got up there and kind of got us going. Thibaut with the threes, you know. But it was a team effort. Defensively, Bobby and Devin, all of them guys, man, they left it all on the floor.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Coach, we've talked about it numerous times this year about the defensive effort and the guys buying into that. Here's a game where your leading scorer didn't have a big game offensively at all, but you still come out here with a 17-point win at the end. That tells me a lot about the balance of your team and people picking up each other, man. That's got to be something that, man, you've got to, when you sit at home at night and think about this season, that's really what you wanted, your teammates picking everybody up, man.
Well, it's an old saying as far as pick your poison. And my thing is that these guys all buy into working hard. You know, do your job. And that's the biggest thing, is that everybody know it starts Monday through Friday as far as work, that extra work. Not doing practice time, but the extra work, and it pays off.
Coach Johnson, I thought that it was huge when you finally got the double-digit lead a little bit. You pulled everybody out and said, you know, they're going to have to chase us now a little bit at that point in time. It's about 5 minutes left there in the fourth quarter. It's got to be a blessing to have 5 ball handlers to be able to do that.
You know, it is. It is a blessing. You know, and the guys, like I said, man, they work hard. And that's the thing is that they understand the game. They find the open guy. They're not selfish. You know, defensively, you know, they all buy into helping each other out. Offensively, they share the ball.
Absolutely. And can you talk a little bit about that Newman Smith crowd here in this old gym, which Randy and I talked a little bit about coming here today. We knew it would be loud because it's an old gym, the way they are set back in the day when you and I used to lace up the Chuck Taylors. You know, yeah. It's an old gym. It's a great environment. But, man, the Newman Smith faithful showed up here tonight, man. That's huge.
You know, and like I said in one interview, it's all about the community. You know, I get choked up every time, you know, I talk about it because, think about it, I think myself, I coach as hard as possible, and I know them guys play hard. You know, it's about that community, man. You know, they give us a lot. And I mean, I'm blessed to have a community, you know, like Newman Smith, the Carrollton area. Man, seriously, you know, I'm getting choked up. Yeah, seriously. I love it.
Coach, I thought that what you just said right there, one of the demonstrations of that is when Thibaut got the foul down here at the other end. And you want to stand up for your player, but you knew you may cross a line. Yeah. You come and you sit down on the bench over there to, you know, preside your feelings a little bit, man. Yeah. That shows me the love and the passion you have for these kids, and it's got to be just a blessing to be able to coach this bunch because they've been special all year.
Yeah. You know, I got to go back to practice, man. These guys practice so hard, man. They leave it out on the floor. They make my job and the coaching staff job easy on Tuesday and Friday. You know, so guess what? We got to show them love too, you know? Yeah.
And your staff. I mean, Coach Crawford's been huge for you guys here down the stretch. And I witnessed practice a couple of weeks with you where you allowed him to have so much of a presence in the practice. Can you talk a little bit about just letting that leash out a little bit and letting them kind of cut their wins, kind of like what you had to do a few years ago?
Yeah. But, you know, and this, like I told you, it's a community effort. You know, and Coach Crawford, he works as hard as any assistant coach, I would say, in the state. You know, he's a big help, you know.
Good, Pete.
Yeah, good guy, man. And like I said, man, he, you know, if I didn't have him, man, I don't know where we would be, you know, as far as there, yeah.
Talked to Jaron on Monday, and I said, you know, does it now the playoff season kind of come here? You don't have to really talk about the undefeated record anymore. It's do or die anyway. Is that kind of a relief a little bit for you?
Well, you know, my thing is that in the kids and coach them could tell you, hey, man, I couldn't tell you our record. You know, I couldn't tell you where we ranked, any type of thing like that. I know on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we practice, and in drills, we lose a lot. You know, so, you know, that's my thing. I'm trying to play catch up and win the next drill. So, you know, I mean, it's awesome for the community, for the kids, But, yeah, I must say it's good.
Well, Kenny Matthews here with Friday Night Glory, here with Coach Johnson. It's so weird not to see you dressed up in the suit, the tie, but I do like the look. I do like the look.
Yeah.
I do like the look, and you can coach now the way you want to now.
Oh, man, I can sweat, I can jump, I can stomp my feet. It's good. It's good.
I hope you
enjoy
know
it.
how much love I have for you and those guys. I'll do anything I can for them, man. But I had to get you in the mic here, man. This is historic stuff for us, and it's nice to see a great person like yourself and your staff be rewarded for a lot of hard work, man.
Yes,
and those kids are putting a lot of blood and sweat on that court, man, for you, and they play hard for you, man. And that, to me, is the ultimate test for coach.
Yeah. I got a good man up above, and that's one thing. These kids, hey man, they have faith, they believe, and that's the biggest thing. And I love these guys, man. Yeah, I do, I truly do.